Hello there everyone, this is FTW COD Gaming here, bringing guys a new tutorial. And I got this question asked frequently or something like that. And it's about how to set up a Minecraft faction server. So that's what we are going to cover up today. And it is kinda an unusual thing for on my channel because COD, Call of Duty. I usually play Call of Duty, but I really got a lot of questions about it, so I'm gonna cover it right now on my channel. So, the first thing you need to do is go into Google and type in Bucket GUI, and you will get to here and click this link to downloads and download it. Once you download it, you put it in a folder like I did, and you will get this. And if you can, so you download it and put it over there. Alright. So once you've done that, you can launch Bucket GUI. And you can see here it will load up and it might install some stuff. So you got this, and now you're probably thinking, what are all these things? Well, the first thing you need to do is go to server start and choose if you want to use Bucket or Spigot. I prefer Spigot, so I'm gonna use that. And hit download latest development build. So this will do, download it, and alright, download it. And you see it downloaded, and now it should be somewhere around. Alright, so first off you want to select this to your local desktop, I guess. Why isn't it downloading correctly? Because it should show up over here, but it does not. Just downloading to this. Alright, wait on a minute. This is because I already run a server. So, once you click download, it would show up here, and because I already used Bucket UI, I got to redo that. So if this is set at this path to this graph_bucket.jar, you have to set it, and I just did it. So then we can hit launch server, and you will see here this is the server log. This will display everything you need to know, and if there's an error it will show up red, and that's basically it. So here we can see it just generates a whole bunch of files, and you don't need to be worried because it is not so complicated yet. So yeah, alright, it says done in 18 seconds, and now you hit stop again. And it would say GUI, the server has stopped. So right now you have all these files, but the thing, actually if you want to import your own world, which you have generated somewhere, you can paste it in here, and then you go to server.properties, and I prefer using Notepad++, so you can download that too at alright, I can't type, Notepad++. So if you look it up, you will get here, and you click it. It will bring you here. Then you can go to current version and download, which I already done. And I'm just gonna put all the links I'm using down here, so I won't forget to put them in the video description. So once you open up server properties with Notepad++, this will open up. And these are all the settings you need to know. But the default one is enable query, set that to true. World name is whatever you specify over at your server, which is this one. So whatever world you want to use, like world, and it says world here, so it would utilize that world. And that's basically it. Allow nether if you want to use nether. Default level type, just set it to default except if you want to use flat. Server port, not really important. Announce player achievement should be set at false, so it won't broadcast if someone like opened up their inventory or something. Server IP, we'll get to that later. Spawn NPC. It's kind of obvious what everything means. PvP, I recommend setting it true. Command blocks 2. So a MOTD or message of today, you can set it to, hey, join my server. And view distance, if your server's kinda laggy, I would set it to 6, but I don't need to do that. Actually everything is quite obvious, so this is where we're gonna stick with. So I'm gonna save this, press Ctrl S or hit save, and now you can, alright, failing, click it back. And now your server is kinda done, so you can go back to Bucket UI and hit start. So it would load up everything, and you're off. And your server will end up looking like play.flexiplex.net, which is my own server, and this is a very cool server. So it would say the best player, which is Lloyd, and it would show up their faces. It would say join now and cool messages, and when we join it, you get this cool joining message. You will have this, and you would be able to join different worlds throughout these cool portals. So we ended up into the Nether, and we can go back. This area can't be modified. This is your spawn. You have these torches and anvils and everything else. You would have a PvP hole, parkour maybe if you want to. You can set all these things up, and we will also end up with a website that will show up your latest donators, latest purchase, and donator of the day. You can set these things all up. Yeah. So this is what it will end up. If you want to play this server, you can join it right now at play.flexiplex.net, like you can see up here on the bar. So you can join that, and the website link is flexiplex.net, and you also end up like this with a voting site which you can click on, click yes to go to there, which will end up looking like this. So this is the server website. It would say top voter. It says that it's up. You can log in here. It would say top donators. You can go to home. You can have messages here that's important for you. You will have this, which is actually taken from here. Can you see the similarities? Just look like they are almost exactly the same, but this one is captured with shaders mod and F1 mode. So yeah, and now back to the server part. If you close down this and this, go back to this. So yeah, so it would say done. So now we can stop it again and close this. Actually, yeah, I did it anyway. So now comes the hard part. So you might want to host your server yourself, or you want to upload it to some company that is hosting for you, like I did. And I would prefer letting a company host it for you, so you get better uptimes and you don't need to leave your PC running all times. That's why I prefer doing that. And yeah, it's less, it has more uptime. But at the moment being, you might want to test your server and play with your friend. So if you have more than one router or wireless router, you are going to have a harder time to set it up. Like if I have a Netgear and I have one from my cable provider company. So I first got to log in here and like I can go to administration or application, DMZ host, and I can set this to whatever I want. And this IP is set to my second router, which is next to my PC, which is a Netgear router. So this one links to this router, and if this one loads, like here, you can log in, you can go to advanced and advanced setup, port forwarding, and you see here I have forwarded Minecraft and Dynamap. So this will show everything. You need to forward these ports from your PC. Well, you can look up on YouTube how to forward your router. So then you will end up with an IP, and you can go to Windows, CMD, and then this will show up. Now you're gonna type ipconfig, and it will show up all these numbers, and the only one you need is IPv4 address, which is 192.168.1.2. So this is the port I need to use. It would different, and yes. So that one you're gonna enter in, where is it? Server IP. You guys are probably screaming, it's there, right here. So you enter that in here. So this was my IP, which just show up, and now I entered it here, so I'm gonna save it, get this down. So now you would be able to open it on an external host, which you can see it's what's my IP, and it will show up your IP. This thing you can give to your friends so they can join. So right now, if I copy this and I go to Bucket UI, I just start Bucket UI and hit start. If that just loads up, here we go. We hit start and it would load up all the server files. This might take a while, so yeah. So you can see here, it says done in 2 seconds, and it enabled query. So now we can go to multiplayer and add a server, enter in the IP, and hit done. And now you see it says, hey, join my server, 0 out of 20 slots, and you can join it. And we'll end up in this randomly generated file. But now you're thinking, alright, I'm at game mode 0, how do I change that? I can't do game mode 1, I'm not permitted. So you need to go back to Bucket UI and add OP lawhit. Or you can right click on your name and hit OP. So now you hit says here console opt lawhit. And now if you type in game mode 1, we have creative. So this is part 1 of this tutorial. If you want more, you can stick around to this channel, subscribe, because I'm gonna upload more. And this means that, yeah, that's it. And if you want to see the results or play with your friends, if you don't want to host it yourself anymore, if you give up on making your own server, you can still always come by on my server and play it at play.flexplex.net. Or website IP or link website, whatever, is flexplex.net, which is down in the description. And hope you guys enjoy my tutorial. And yeah, so see you guys later. Goodbye. Have a nice